Hello, friends. I hope you are doing well. This is the story of how I overcame my fear and learned to speak English fluently. Growing up in a small town, English was a language. I read and wrote at school but rarely spoke. My teachers focused on grammar, essays, and exams, while my world outside the classroom revolved around my native language. But deep inside, I admired those who spoke fluent English, their words flowing effortlessly. I dreamed of being one of them, but every time I tried, my tongue felt heavy and I stumbled. The turning point came when I was 17. I watched an inspiring speech on television by a famous actor who spoke about the power of communication. His words struck a chord. I need to do this. I thought, I want to speak English confidently. The first step, my journey began with self learning. Armed with an old dictionary and a notebook, I started practicing simple phrases. Every morning, I'd stand in front of a mirror and greet my reflection. Hello, how are you? My sentences were clumsy, my pronunciation awkward, but I pushed through. I began listening to English songs and watching movies with subtitles. I'd pause and repeat the lines, mimicking the accent and expressions. Over time, I noticed small improvements. Reading also became a habit. I started with short stories and magazines, underlining unfamiliar words and jotting them down in my notebook. Each word felt like a tiny step toward my goal. The fear of speaking. The biggest challenge was speaking to others. I was terrified of making mistakes and being laughed at. My first real attempt was during a group discussion in class. The topic was simple, but my heart raced. When I finally spoke, my sentences were broken and my classmates giggled. Embarrassed, I sat down, vowing never to try again. But later that day, my English teacher, Mrs. Sharma, encouraged me. Mistakes are part of learning. She said, don't be afraid to speak. You'll only get better with the practice. Her words gave me courage, and I decided to keep trying. Finding a partner. In college, I found a speaking partner, my classmate Ria, who was fluent in English. We made a pact to converse only in English. Our conversations started with basic topics like food or movies. Ria corrected my mistakes gently, and I learned to laugh at my errors rather than feel ashamed. Confidence and progress. One day, during a college event, I volunteered to introduce a guest speaker. Standing on a stage, I felt the old nervousness creeping in, but I took a deep breath and began. To my surprise, the words came out smoothly. The applause at the end felt like a victory. The journey continues. Today, I can speak English fluently, though I'm still learning. My journey taught me that persistence and practice can conquer fear. Spoken English was not just a skill, it was my voice, my confidence, and my bridge to a wider world.